First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank FAPSI for organizing this national seminar on power for all. As all of us know, friends, power is the most critical input for economic growth of the country, and power makes its presence felt by its absence. As long as power is there, we do not bother about the power, but it is only when power goes off, everybody suddenly realizes that power is most important. Our Honorable Prime Minister also says on umpteen number of times that if India has to achieve a double-digit growth rate, then power demand has to grow by minimum 12 to 13%. So that is the importance which Government of India, and here in the state also our Honorable Chief Minister has been giving due emphasis to the growth of the power sector, and it is the endeavor of the government to provide quality, reliable power supply at most competitive rates to all segments of the society, whether it is agriculture, whether it is domestic, commercial, and more particularly industrial. Because other sectors only consume, but industries, once they consume the power, they are also providing lots of employment opportunity, plus they are contributing to the economic growth of the state, to the GDP of the state as well as to the country. Now, coming to Andhra Pradesh, all of us, I am sure that all of you know better than all of us the statistics given by Mr. Shekharji, and day in and day out you are interacting. So I think you know all our ins and outs, all our strengths and weaknesses, because we have been interacting since last 2 years on this issue. Now the total installed capacity of Andhra Pradesh today is about 14,800 megawatt. We have reached a peak demand of 12,000 megawatt last year during, last financial year, but this calendar year in March 2010 we have already touched 12,000 megawatt. Our expectation is that definitely during next year, that is March 2011, it will minimum grow by another 10%. So we are expecting it to reach around 13,000 megawatt. When it was 12,000 megawatt, from the Transco side and the Discom side, we have met a peak demand of 10,880 megawatt. That is the maximum which we have met. In terms of energy, it has already reached about 260 million units per day, while we could meet 235 MU. So we are expecting that this would go up to about 280 MU this year. Now, this being the case, the question arises, where are we now, and how do we propose to meet the deficit not only in this year but in the coming years also. Now, as all of us know, as far as AP is concerned, though we are better than some of the other states, our energy deficit throughout the year is about 6%, while the peak deficit is 10%. But these figures can be misleading in the sense that we are quite comfortable for about 8 months of the year. You must be seeing from the period from July to almost January, June to January, we are quite comfortable, we are able to meet. That also of course varies on the amount of idle generation we have. But the months of February to May, and particularly March and April, because that is the time when everybody peaks. Agriculture is at its peak because of peak Rabi demand, domestic and commercial also because of the peak summer load, and industries also because of the financial year ending and in order to meet their targets. So when everybody peaks at the same time, those 2 months, particularly March and April, definitely our shortage is more than 10%, though we say it is 6% throughout the year, but it is on those months when everybody feels the presence of power, as I said, because it is absent during those days.